Some months after the Demon King is defeated by a human hero with unfathomable power, a gruesome competition is underway to fill the throne left behind by the Demon King, Lord Thor. This turn of events has incredibly thrown the Demon Empire into a battleground. The man behind the management of the competition, or rather woman, is none other than the temperamental Vermilio. Vermilio describes the event as a means for the Demon Empire to get their empire back from the pesky humans who pose a threat to them. Henceforth, Vermilio will be replacing the ill manager of the tournament, Azudra. While Vermilio and Han watch clips from the tournament, she spots a rather peculiar man revealed to be Hulk. Now she doesn't stare at him with lovey-dovey eyes on anything. She's more intrigued that he's a human contesting to be the next Demon King. Not just that, rumors have it that Hulk is most likely to be the champion of the match with a stunning level 99, which is above the average level of every demon in the competition. Moreover, what Vermilio finds abominable is the fact that the greatest warrior in the Demon Empire is human. Han then reveals that the preliminary is open to anyone despite their race, and no one expected the hero to pass to the preliminaries anyway. Vermilio, however, isn't having it because their mortal enemy is participating in the preliminary match. Han assures Vermilio that they have nothing to worry about. The guy is just a hero who despises humans, despite being one. I'm afraid the arena is fooled into believing this. The only person who doesn't seem brainwashed by Hulk is Vermilio. She can sense Hulk's lie oozing all the way from the human realm. Earlier, Hulk had signed the deep green contract, which serves as an anchor to stop him from fighting outside the ring. But then again, it seems Hulk has no intention of causing trouble outside the ring or inside it. What's more shocking is that this human salutes his opponent after each fight. Speak about nobility in its finest form. A man wearing a cape. Blood must think he's Hercules. And to be honest, he's not far off. He's got the goofy attitude, ridiculous hairstyle, and red cape. Only difference between Hulk and Hercules is that Hulk stands as a mediator between demons instead of gods. Seeing how friendly Hulk is with his opponents, one can tell he's definitely not after the Demon King's title. So why? Why a competition meant for demons? If you could take a wild guess at what Hulk is after, drop it in the comment section below. Let's test out your intuitive skills. And please don't say demon baddies. Now back to the story. Vermilio believes Hulk is a fraud. However, what boils her more is that she can't predict the human's move and has no idea what Hulk is planning. What's even more infuriating is that the Demon Society has somehow developed a loss of memory. They seem to have forgotten how a bloody human destroyed their king, with how the whole arena cheers on Hulk in the film. Vermilio explodes in anger and brings down the entire building. To feed her curiosity, Vermilio decides to inculcate some changes now that her focus is on Hulk. She sends Asa as a spy into the mortal realm to find anything about Hulk. She also changes the tournament style to one where each participant builds a house of cards. It does feel like the competition changed from a tournament to a casino at this point, but in reality, this is Vermilio's little plan to kick the fraud out of the tournament. The card challenge turns out to be an interesting watch as we get to see powerful beasts struggle to stack cards. These competitors are excellent with the sword, alright, but what else? You mean to tell me you can slay a 5-headed beast, but can't stack a card? You can literally see the players freak out. The supposed champion of the tournament, Hulk, is not left out of this fiasco. Also, it turns out that the cards given to Hulk were manipulated and made to free fall instead of staying. Vermilio and Han have a nice laugh from their seats, but it is unknown to them that Hulk is about to get serious. He does some Super Saiyan shit and stacks his cards with the speed of light. And with that, Hulk says checkmate. Over time, Vermilio gets really mad and inculcates different challenges like sculpting and food tasting. Even when she goes undercover as a judge, she's unable to deny him points because of how tasty his food turns out. Later on, there's a shocking discovery. Remember that spy Vermilio sent to the mortal realm? Asta is revealed to be a twin to Issa. Turns out the girls have a special ability where they communicate over a distance while drinking coffee. Afterward, Issa approaches Vermilio for important details that Asta found out during their communication. Turns out Hulk has been a very bad boy. From the investigation, Hulk is revealed to be a wanted criminal with a bounty on his head for the crime of killing his brother. Just want to put this out there that Vermilio has been right all along about Hulk being a fraud. Additionally, the brother whom Hulk killed is the real hero who destroyed the Demon King. This comes as a major shock to Vermilio, but she doesn't have time to process this information when Han informs her about an attack on their empire. Vermilio immediately thinks the humans are up to no good again, after their first attack that led to the death of Lord Thor. But then again, Han corrects her that their enemies aren't humans, but winged white knights with powers beyond anything they have ever seen. Also, Issa makes another shocking revelation about Asa's investigation. She reveals that when Asa arrived in the mortal realm, there was no sight of any humans, and the place looked like humans didn't exist at all. Now that Hulk has been revealed to be a murderer, it's no wonder he's been killing it at the tournament. Before the attack, let me take you to the time before we knew Helk as a fraud and murderer. It's no secret now that Vermilio wants Helk out of the competition by any means necessary. The next scheme she pulls doesn't hide this fact. On the next order of events, the competitors are meant to do a horse race to decide a winner. Helk, however, rides a mini-cute kitten instead of a horse, according to Han's plan. Would placing the supposed champion at a disadvantage be enough to stop him from winning? Let's find out. Minutes after the race begins, two competitors stand out among them, revealed to be Kenrose and Hera. These two literally carry the weight of the race on their shoulders when Helk shows up from nowhere as a contender for first place. If you think the cute kitten turned into a majestic beast, then you're wrong. Helk is so determined that he becomes the horse in the race, and this stirs up some fire in Kenrose that he joins Helk's crazy stunt. In the end, in a very close race, the supposed champion comes in first place. Vermilio, once again, is on the verge of exploding because of the turn of events. Now we're back in line to where Vermilio receives the news about Helk and the White-Winged Knight who have captured Castle Euron. Additionally, Azudra joins the party by making an appearance before Vermilio. Vermilio is revealed to cover Azudra's spot as the manager of the tournament after his illness. Azudra's illness proves tougher than expected when he spits blood and breaks down before speaking. With how crazy Vermilio can be about humans, Azudra still goes far to offer her a solution. He indulges her to kill two birds with one stone. By this, he means the final quest for the Demon King title should be to recover Castle Euron from the hands of the Winged White Knights. This way, the Demon Empire gets a new Demon King, and Vermilio gets to know if Helk's words about hating humans are true, because Azudra suspects the Winged White Knights are human. 5 days after this meeting, the top 4 competitors were gathered: Helk, Kenrose, Hera, and Dorshi. Shortly, there's a presentation by the tournament announcer, Rococo, who invites a special warrior as an extra to their journey. However, this new warrior, from the first glance, is revealed to be Vermilio with another name, Anne, and a disguise. As the group of 5 travels, Vermilio ends up being the hero to the party, saving them from the attack of toxic bugs. Ironic, right? Despite how crazy her obsession with Helk is, Vermilio is a big shot. She is revealed to be one of 4 elite lords in the Demon Empire. Therefore, one can only imagine the stretch of her powers. It turns out that one of the competitors hacked her disguise already, and that person is none other than the other lady in the group, Iris. Not only that, she also figures that Lady Vermilio plans to stalk the human in the group. When Iris shares this information with Kenrose, it's quite unfortunate that Vermilio bumps into them. The ladies easily get an easy footing, but Vermilio insists on being treated as one of them. One more thing, if need be, her real identity must never be mentioned next to the big guy. As they journey, the travelers are exposed to high levels of toxin and a series of monster attacks. They also bump into a new world life form created from the insane buildup of toxins in the area. Vermilio's assessment of Helk is to see what depths a human can go with absorbing toxins from the Demon Empire, and how long it'll take for him to reach his limit. Also, there's another shocking discovery. It turns out Azudra's illness is not ordinary. It was after his fight against Helk when he first arrived. Fortunately for Azudra, he fell into his own trap meant for Helk and sustained unimaginable damage. This is one of the reasons Vermilio resents Helk so much. Azudra losing to a human is something she can never accept. Arriving at Euron's castle, Iris just wasted her right to go after the leader of the Winged White Knights, just because of her selfishness for the Demon King title. Unfortunately, she gets the shock of her life before she even lands a blow. Hera's hand is severed within the blink of an eye, and she is rendered a handicapped liability on the battlefield. Meanwhile, Kenrose and Dorshi get into fighting, while Vermilio watches. Just then, there's another shocking revelation. Permit me guys, I'm about to kill my audience with shocks today. So the leader of the Winged Knights is revealed to be a human called Edel. Not just that, he's also an old acquaintance of Helk. Now this is another time Vermilio's suspicion is confirmed again. For some reason, the villains keep talking about how life was hard for them and Edel is no different. He tells Helk how his personality changed while awakening, and now he seems to be on the same level as the powers of the first heroes, Helk and his brother Kless. He also reveals that their mission is to scourge the Demon Empire and rid it of every creature. Now, the humans are ready to take revenge for suffering at the hands of demons, but the outcome of the fight will depend on which side Helk fights. Therefore, now is the time for him to prove Vermilio wrong. While Edel constructs his noble speech, a regenerated Iris sneaks in and slices off his wings. From Vermilio's assessment, Iris could have easily severed Edel's head while he was distracted, but it seems she's aware that the final lap of the competition is to test Helk's loyalty. As expected, Helk blocks Iris from fighting Edel. This act immediately labels him a traitor to the Empire. Before any other talk is done, another set of winged knights appear and one of them drives his sword through Edel, killing him. Before Edel dies, his last words are that the pathway is created. Everyone doesn't get the chance to process the information when the ground crumbles. Now several feet below, Vermilio only realizes that the winged knights were trying to create a pathway by using the crystal, which serves as a barrier to the toxins in Castle Urim. As more monsters gather around the Empire, they release toxins that are dangerous to inhabit. Therefore, their barriers are set up to protect demon inhabitants in every region. Due to the situation at hand, Vermilio steps forward to destroy the crystal with her powers, but unfortunately, the pathway sucks her and Hulk into it. Take a wild guess at where Vermilio ends up in the comments. That's it, folks. That brings us to the end of the recap. Before going, I would love to hear your prediction on this story. Do you guys think Hulk killed his brother? Does he give off the traitor aura? Especially with his claim to hate humans. I'll wait in the comments. Also, kindly like and support us by hitting the thumbs up button. See you folks later.